I want a woman to worship me as just as I worship Christ, and just as she would worship Christ. If Christ was right here, right now on this earth. That's what I mean by I want a woman to submit to me. Most men, they don't go that far, which I believe they should go that far, because that's what it means. Why is supposed to submit to their husbands just as, they submit to the Lord. This is in the Bible. And talking about marriage too, man, it's like we don't know a whole lot about marriage. And what I mean by this, if you read about marriage in the Bible, it's very different from the way we have been practicing marriage for decades and decades and perhaps centuries and millennials and all that kind of, time gaps. It's very different. I mean, there's concubines, and then there's, maid servants. I mean, just read about Rachel in the Bible, man. She was given maid servants to, I believe, Jacob, and he was having sex with these women, and these women was bearing children, and it pleased God. So there's a whole bunch of miscommunication on what marriage actually is and what actually is acceptable within the marriage and what is okay to go on within the marriage. Not only that, what is the rules, what is the guidelines of a marriage? Because we know husbands can have concubines. Concubines are what? Sexual female partners, and that's what most majority of women are nowadays, especially in the US. I mean, let's face it, most of the women are not wives, which is all right. It's all right. It is okay. But most and the majority of women in this country are concubines. Meaning, see, the picture I have of a concubine is basically a woman who's not a virgin that gets in a relationship, but it's not horn either. But every relationship she gets in, she has sex with the dude, and that's what a concubine is, in my humble opinion. But you see all this stuff, and then since we know about concubines, then we have to think about, okay, what is fornication? What is the guidelines of fornication? What makes fornication? What makes sin and marriage sin? How do we know these things? Nobody within Christianity wants to talk about these things at all, and I believe it must be addressed. It must be addressed because we have no idea the guidelines of marriage. Because what we see as marriage today, is what we've been taught and programmed to believe what marriage really is, which is just of the devil. If you want to, get into it, because marriage is a union ordained by God, meaning prepared. Your bodies are prepared when you're an adolescent child. And when you hit puberty, your body prepares the reproductive system in order for you to produce children, in which the man and the woman become one flesh. Yeah, we don't know, understand marriage truly that much at all.